Welcome back to Garden City Stadium on the west side. No score on the WSAV Thursday night Blitz. Game of the week, it's the Jenkins Warriors with the football on a fourth down punt situation, and the punt is off, and another good one, straight up. Fielding the football and trying to get somewhere with it, and a good tackle on the ankle there. Jenkins making the stop and nowhere to go.
Lucky Tyler Arnold, I mean, if he's able to avoid those three and get out of that shoestring tackle, he's got 4 or 5 guys out there that are in front of him to block, and he had a lot of green pasture. There is a little laundry on the field. Be interesting to see what it is. If it is a running into the kicker penalty, it's going to be a first down, but they picked it up, so it doesn't look like it's that.
I think they just waved it off.
Did they wave it off?
It looked like it might have been an errant flag. Oh, offsetting?
A false start is what they're going with on the offense. Decline.
Got it.
Huh?
Yeah, here in the early going. And, usually, week 3 or 4, you may not decline that penalty. You may take the penalty. But here you've had so many issues with turning the ball over, not being able to hold on to the ball. A punt returns and kick returns are a nightmare.
So here goes the triple option. Great pressure up front immediately by Jenkins. That'd be Singletary getting through very quickly. Excuse me. Lied, I believe. I thought I saw 74. Lied, excuse me, 75. Lied getting through very quickly.
Got great penetration. Rishamil Reynolds also in there, Ken, with the big wrap-up. But you're right. Tariq Rawls also involved on that play. But Jenkins has that sniffed out. The diving going between the tackles, the quick hits, you're not going to be able to squeeze those front three. If you're Savannah Christian and you're going to have success tonight, it's going to have to be outside of the hash marks. Between the hash marks, it's not going to happen.
That replay was brought to you by your Savannah Lowcountry Honda dealers, partnering up with us on the Blitz. So in the shotgun, Josh Chambly. There you see head coach Donald Chumley. Keeps himself, Chambly, trying to get some room up the middle. Tries to take it outside, but great tackle. Absolutely nowhere to go. Very quickly into the backfield. I think that was DJ Tinsley, the senior defensive back. Our officials for tonight's game, referee is Stephen Brennan. Eric Easton is our umpire. Line judge is Terry Lanier. Joel Moore, also line judge. Side judge Alan Chris Trammell. Edward Kincaid. Michael Middleton, Charlotte Blue is up here in the booth doing the clock, and Terry Lanier is our official crew.
We haven't seen Savannah Christian go down the field with the ball yet. Maybe a good time to put the ball in the air.
Chambly's looking to do that as he rolls around to his right, looking way downfield. Airs it out. Chambly's looking for his man downfield. Great defense. He was trying to hit Johnny Lewis, the junior, but tremendous defense. Was that?
Number 27, Johnny Lewis.
Looked like it was Eric Johnson back there. Let me check.
It was Eric Johnson.
Eric Johnson, yeah.
As the train rolls by. No, and Ken, another great example. You had one-on-one coverage. You had single coverage way down the field, and you air it out. At that point, you count your receiver to outrun the defensive back. He did, but all it takes is defense. All the defensive back's got to do is disrupt the play. The receiver's got to execute the play, and another great play by a defensive back in one-on-one coverage.
So it's first pass, and it falls incomplete. First quarter stats, minus 10 yards for Jenkins on their first possession, minus 10 on the second, and they went for 20 yards on their third. So net 0 yards. Savannah Christian went 7 of 19 yards rushing, 7 carries, 19 yards. So not a whole lot of offense here. It's kind of what we expected, but Savannah Christian's going to have to punt the football again once again. So the punt is off around the 16-yard line, a wobbly punt. It'll bounce around Eric Johnson's back, but he'll get out of the way, and that's where they'll down the football just across inside midfield, so it'll be about the 47-yard line. Jenkins will take over the football once again. We'll see some more of Jamori Bryant, see if they can get Arkeem Bird in there, and they threw once to Juan De La Rosa. We'll see if they can get in. Let's talk about Arkeem Bird, who, Coach Adams really has a lot of great things to say. Let's listen to what head coach Tim Adams has to say about him.
Arkeem is ready to have a good year. Hopefully he will not get injured, but if he doesn't, we expect him to have a very good year. He's physically ready, he's mentally ready, he's put the time in, and now it's just time to do it.
And he's right, it's all about execution at this point. You only can teach so much. A lot of it has to be done eventually. What a great shot. Picture in a picture, Ken. I work in the radio. I'm lucky just to be on the air, man.
Our director, Dan Flaxer, back there. The best in the business, baby. Looking, Jamori Bryant looking to go long. He ought to just hang on the football. I think he was down, but He should have just tucked that in and take the sack. That's not, I don't want to say young quarterback because he's a senior, but that's a quarterback where you got more experience, more playing time. Coach is saying, tuck that thing in and go down.
And he's getting frustrated, which I understand why they're getting frustrated. They turned the ball over a couple times, and you're just trying to make a play right now because it becomes so, mundane of having your 2nd and 12s and 2nd and 14. You think to yourself, I got to make something happen here. It's still the early going, but again, we find ourselves with Jenkins, 2nd down and 18, Ken? We're almost, a third of the way through the 2nd quarter, and they're minus, 8 yards for the day so far.
Thanks again for our Savannah Low Country Honda dealers instant replay. And man in motion and handed to the man in motion. Tries to cut it upfield and strips around this Wsav Rosa across the 50-yard line. A gain of about 4, but it could have gone as a loss of 6 when the handoff came, but he was able to make something out of nothing.
And only the 2nd time he's touched the ball tonight. But you see his athleticism, his ability to cut up. See, that could have been a 1-yard loss. He turned it into a nice little, 9, 10-yard gain. So you're Jenkins. You find yourself in 3rd down and long again. Juan De La Rosa, Arkeem Bird, some type of setup. One of these two guys should touch the ball here.
The senior Jack Bush making the tackle for Savannah Christian. So now they're faced with the 3rd down and long, 3rd and 8 we'll call it. Jamori Bryant in the backfield, taking the snap out of the shotgun. Putting Tim Leaks in motion. Leaks heading upfield from where the tight end would stop. Jamori Bryant trying to get out of the pocket and just too much pressure. Big stop by 55, Ty Rainwater making the play for Savannah Christian.
They're able to get him out of the pocket, Ken, but when they get him out of the pocket, it's a deep pocket. He's already 4 or 5, 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. By the time they get a little pressure on him, now he's 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and your receivers are 15, 20 yards down the field. Now you're asking a quarterback that's right-handed to throw the ball across his body, by the way, while being pushed towards the sideline with receivers 30 yards down the field. I mean, even the big boys at the SEC level can't make those throws.
Rainwater only a sophomore for head coach Donald Chumley's team. Punt is up, punt is good. Right down the middle, fair catch again, called for by Tyler Arnold. And
Arnold fair catches at 26. Be 1st and 10.
Clay Cabrera getting plenty of work as the punter for Jenkins, but doing a fine job getting the ball up high and forcing the fair catch or the bounce. So not giving any chance for return. Tyler Arnold tried to return the one before, but good coverage by Jenkins special teams.
We're 17 minutes into the game, more kicks out here than at a Foot Locker, huh? How you like that, huh? And so no, yeah, huh? I had to get at least one joke in here in the first half.
Hey, we're just getting warmed up, right?
Yeah, and see, we're in mid-season form already. Your Savannah Christian between the tackles hasn't worked. When you do roll your quarterback out or get out in space, you've had a little success. Let's see if they abandon that tackle-to-tackle mentality on this drive.
Hey, Jordan doing a fine job there on the sidelines. A little wave for it, too, as Chamblee rolls around, pitches to the right. Little space right there. That's Johnny Lewis trying to get to the outside. We might have an illegal block in there.
You got a big block in the back, Ken. And it wasn't one of these things where it was a forceful block in the back, but you cannot have your hand on a defender's back and have him fall down. They're going to call that every single time.
Can't really see it in the replay right there. I know it was that Quinney was in the area. Not sure who was called upon, but
we're going 10 from right there. The flag is.
Go ahead, Seth.
No, the thing on that is too, it was one of those situations where the block in the back, you didn't need to do it because with a running back with the ball in his hand like that, he can see the field in front of him, and he's able to cut back, which is exactly what he should have done in that case. But the minute you shove him down to the ground, you're going to get that illegal block in the back. So you're Savannah Christian. You have a positive play outside of the tackle box, the hash marks on the pitch, and she comes right back, and you have yourself a 1st down and long.
1st down and 12 it's marked at, so here we go. Chamblee with a stacked box. Everybody inside except for one split wide. Chamblee dropping straight back. Nice play fake. Defense was there, just threw it away. He was forced. Heavy pressure. Jenkins putting on a lot of pressure on the cornerback.
And of all the things coming into the game, Ken, we talk about the athleticism, the returning starters. The one thing, and I'll even admit this, that I overlooked was the ability of this Jenkins defensive line to cause all sorts of pressure and disruption. In the early going here, Savannah Christian's offensive line does not have an answer for the Jenkins front three. They just don't. And you know what? I guess attrition is what you hope to take place in the 3rd and 4th quarter, because the big three up front, man, they've been big and nasty here the first 15, 16 minutes.
That's Polite, Rawls, and Lyde. They've done a great job. And here comes Chamblee rolling around. Great pressure. Ball's on the ground again. It's loose, falling upon Jenkins. Football going the other way. Aaron Jones, the junior, falling on it.
The key to that, Ken, DJ Tinsley. Hey, check out what he's able to do that time. The ball was on the ground. He knew the ball was on the ground. He tackled the running back anyway. Watch, because he knows there's guys coming up, and right behind him, he tackles the running back, takes him out of the play. Now you have 3 white jerseys as opposed to their 1 red jersey. You play the odds game at that point, and Jenkins has the ball inside in the red zone. It's our first red zone appearance of the game.
Keys to the game, number 1 for Savannah Christian, hold on to the football. They've dropped that first key to the game right there, and Jenkins with a great opportunity inside the 20.
It's been sloppy, and we knew it was going to be sloppy, and it's the first game of the year. No one has been able to execute the other team's mistakes yet. That's been the key, really, the first quarter and a half. Let's see if Jenkins can do it.
So it's Jamori Bryant taking the snap, giving it to Arkeem Burge, nowhere to go. 3 on the defense, straight up the middle, led by P.J. Green in the middle.
Yeah, and we've talked time and time again about how good Jenkins' big front 3 have been out of the gate. That time, great penetration. He had 4 red jerseys smack dab in the middle of the play, including P.J. Green. So that time it was Savannah Christian's front 3, front 4 that was able to cement wall up that line of scrimmage. And here Jenkins, it's become a familiar sight for both teams tonight. 2nd down and long.
Jenkins with the football, moving it. We're down to about 6 minutes in the 2nd quarter of play, and Jamori Bryant will bring him out. Of course, Chris Brinson lining up in the backfield now with Amando De La Rosa wide to the left along with Eric Johnson. Good blocking, goes straight across the middle. Nice slash. That was Johnson coming from wide left across the middle, and just about enough for a 1st down, I believe. It's close.
Nice play call there, and you look at what Tim Adams is able to do. You have trips to the left. You pump fake to your athletic guys in the middle of the field. Johnson just sneaks over, Eric Johnson does, and has one-on-one coverage with the linebacker. And usually a receiver slot guy is going to have a speed advantage over a linebacker. He did. He had a step or 2. You hit him in stride. You got yourself a 1st down inside the 10.
Chain gang, have dropped the change, so they're 1st down, 1st and goal. Our 1st and goal opportunity of the night with about 5:45 left to go. Again with Chris Brinson split to his right. It's Jamori Bryant with the football. He's got Juan De La Rosa split out to the right along with Kenny Mormon. Handoff straight up the middle, surges forward as Brinson for about 3 yards.
And, you know, keeping him honest, I guess, going between the tackles that time, you're eventually going to have to get the ball out in space here. If you're Jenkins, there's no doubt you have 3 or 4 guys, Ken, that are extremely athletic, that have what I like to call breakaway speed. And, you know, you have the Juan De La Rosas of the world, the Arkeem Birds of the world. You've got 2 more shots here before you kick a field goal, at least have a field goal. Arkeem Bird, Juan De La Rosa, at least play something involved them. They have to be used as some sort of key cog in your next 2 plays here.
Bird stepped out of the lineup for a couple plays. Arkeem Bird is back into the lineup, but again, it's Bryant by himself way back there. Handoff, there he is, Arkeem Bird by himself, as I said, on the right. Stumbles forward all the way down to the 2-yard line. First time we've seen Jamori Bryant go under center.
Keeps the legs moving. Cannon gets it down to, what would you say, the 3-yard line, the 2-yard line maybe?
They haven't moved the pole yet. He's going to move it now. We'll see where he marks it on the far side of the field. Looks like about the 3-yard line.
So now you have a complete and totally wide open left side of the field. You have athletes all over the football field. Here's what you have to ask yourself. Do you trust your offensive line to put a helmet on a helmet and push their guy 2 yards and give your offensive guy a chance? Or do you have more faith in getting the ball in the open field to your athletes?
Jamori Bryant under center once again. Arkeem Bird about 6 yards back behind him. He'll flip it to Bird on the left-hand side. Gets the block. Arkeem Bird falls forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Jenkins on the board for the first touchdown on the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz game of the week.
And you see Arkeem Bird on that play. A quick pitch. He gets it to the outside. It wasn't going to be a pylon sprint. At that point, he said, I am faster than the linebackers of this Raider football team. I'm going to cut it back up and take my chances. He did it. And Jenkins on the board, our first touchdown of the year.
Our Savannah Low Country Honda dealers replay, and that was just pure power. And as Coach said, he's got speed, agility, and power, and powers forward, and that'll give the Jenkins Warriors fans and their band and their cheerleaders they're talking about it. My director, Dan Flaxer, doing a great job in the booth, said it may not be a touchdown. Now, I saw the touchdown signal from the far sideline judge, so if not, they're going to need to change this. Let's see if we can see our replay once again and check it out and see if we can see. They're trying to say his knee's down, but I know the initial ruling came as a touchdown.
And it's just a matter of time, Ken, before the WSAV cameras here in the next few years are used in replay to determine touchdowns.
As we slow this thing down a little bit.
It looks like he's short. It does look like he's short. But I don't know what you can be talking about right now. I mean,
you made the ruling.
Did he go in? Replay. Yeah, he did. No, he didn't. I don't know what you can be talking about. But
here it is. We'll see if we can slow it down. Right? Boy, I don't know. That's close. You can't tell from that angle. To be honest with you.
And you're not going to tell from that angle. The only angle you'll be able to tell from the goal line. But
ball they marked down at the half-yard line.
So they did mark it down. They're changing their call. Originally given a touchdown, they're going to change it. So Tim Adams is livid on the far sidelines. The call was made. They're going to change it without replay. And Tim Adams wants a full explanation on how you can change the call.
Well,
like
this
that.
is what he's upset about, and he has every right to be upset about this. He's wondering how the guy on the goal line, how your line judge, who has the best angle, calls a touchdown, but then gets overridden by a guy that's the back judge or the field judge in the middle of the play.
And the way he fell, that judge who made the touchdown was the one who saw the football. The other guy was behind him.
Yes, he had the best line of sight on the play. He's like, wait a second, if you didn't see it, how did you see it? It's like when a home plate umpire overrules a second base umpire on a play at second. How could you see it when the guy 5 feet away from it didn't see it?
Here's a slow-mo replay. Good block there by 5'3", and he plows forward, and man, you can't tell whatsoever from that angle.
It's just a question of whether the ball's in his left hand, whether or not his gluteus maximus, as it hits the ground, if the ball's on the left hip or the right hip, and you can't tell that because there's players in the way. So,
and to be honest with you, the guy who made the call first as a touchdown to me had the best view because he was right down the line. So anyway, we're going to have another fourth down now. It'll be 4th and a half a yard. I think they're putting it right on within maybe a half a yard, and we'll have a timeout after this, but we're going to wait. We're going to play fourth down first. Donald Chumley gives his defense, and he's obviously going to try and stack the box. I got a feeling, it's going to be a bird straight up the middle run at this point in time.
Yeah. I doubt we'll see the ball put in the air. You've got 1 yard. And again, this is what we've talked about all preseason. You hit the weight room all year long, strength-wise, conditioning-wise. 1 yard, early going. This is what we worked for all summer, boys. You got to be able to push your opponent 1 yard and get us in the end zone.
So here we go, a 4th and goal. Bryant with the football, taking the snap, gives it to Bird as we thought, plows forward, and there's no doubt about that one. He completely leaped right over Tyler Arnold into the end zone, and that's a touchdown, won't be overturned.
And he's down. I can't tell whether it's a cramp, Ken. It looks like it's a cramp, at least, yeah. But he is in the end zone, and Jenkins has the lead, despite being outgained yardage-wise by Savannah Christian. He just got the wind knocked out of him there, Ken, a little bit, but
he'll pop right back up. So Clay Cabrera will be on to kick the extra point. This is quite a member of the School of Engineering at Herschel V. Jenkins High School. Boy, he's just all courses, either honors level or AP. Maintains a 4.0 GPA as the kick is up and the kick is good. So Carlos Carrera adds the extra point, an AP scholar, and this is one of those kids you just love to have on the football team.
This reminds me of me so much. AP level, GPA of 4.0. It's like I'm looking at my twin brother.
We're going to take a break with that. We're going to be right back with more. It's 7-0 right now. Jenkins on the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week. Due to time constraints, we jump forward in today's rebroadcast.